Are you gonna be here for the foreseeable future? Or do you go back home a little bit?
Well, I'm gonna be here now for a while, so that's gonna be a little bit my base for now. But yeah, that's what I love about Thai. She has this moment, and she wants to lift people with her. Like, she's that type of person that gives you a compliment when you're not in the room, and that's the people I want to surround myself with, and that's what she does, and I think that's amazing. And she takes this moment, and she has this podcast, and she decides to put a light on my company too, and I appreciate that a lot. Not a lot of people would share that moment, and I'm gonna give that back to her too.
Well, that's the thing. It's like what is it? High tides raise the boats.
Yeah, we're all stars, and we're all gonna shine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
what we're gonna do.
I think it's
No one
everyone.
shine.
It's that whole world of being selfish. I think was the mentality in business maybe 10, 15 years ago, and then people don't realize that. By working together, more numbers, more eyes, we all kind of grow together.
Go far. Together, go fast, go alone, go far, go together. I've gotten here, and that's all been literally on my own. And the one thing that people always say when someone was a champion, it's because they have a champion team. So I'm collecting team members now, and I'm in a position to show everyone and go, hey, I did exactly what I said I was going to do with, having nothing consistent or nothing solidified, no set coaches, no one was even a boxing coach. And now I have access to Boxing World Australia, boxes and everything throughout America. Like, what a turn and change of events. So it's amazing. I've done all of this with nothing, come from nothing. So it's going to be a very exciting time, now. Super exciting time.
It's also living in Phuket. I mean, not only do you have access to these people that you might not in Australia, meaning the designer, the boxing coach, maybe if you go into the MMA, jiu-jitsu coach, you have your you have your health coaches, you can have a coach that could help out with any mental aspects. Kind of any Western world, I think those specific coaches, everyone kind of has their own problems. One, because it's fucking expensive to live there. Yeah. So it's more difficult to, I don't want to call it a freebie, but tap into those resources where they're more willing. Yeah. That person that might, let's say, be the designer, she might not be able to help you if you're both in Australia because she's got maybe bigger bills to pay. Here it's a little bit more chill. We can sit back. We can help each other out. You can offer the time of day. Like example, I had a friend call me last week and he's like, hey, you're doing NFTs. Can you just come to a lunch? I don't know much about it, and just sit down with my clients and just give them ideas for an hour. And I just helped him out. Boom, sat down at a lunch, and it just helps him. Now, if you're in your home country, okay, so I got to pay.
Like that is money.
Right.
Like, that's why I appreciate even when we're talking back and forth about anything, because for one, I feel like have access to a professor when I'm asking you things, or just having an intelligent person to soundboard off. I always think to myself, I'm like, wow, even just to have this conversation maybe with someone else would have cost me so much money, which makes me value your brain even more. And I think, you're right. We have that everywhere in Phuket. You don't know who anybody is, but anyone who is like surviving here is, I don't know, they have some sort of geniusness about them, or, one, they're a survivor, they're in a foreign country, and so everyone's clever in their own ways. Phuket is just filled with.
Well, is there a method to their madness, or are they just mad? I don't know.
I think a little bit of both, and I think you need to be a little bit of both. Yeah,
I mean, I think most people living Phuket, you can't really overthink things too much. Otherwise, you wouldn't really be here. Yeah. Like, the question of where do I get my next visa? It's like, it will work. Yeah, it'll figure its shit out. Don't worry. I mean, you'll figure it out. Worst case scenario, you're not leaving again.
Yeah. Worst case scenario is you're here forever.
You're here for life. Yeah. All right. Well, before we wrap it up, we're at about an hour and a half, so that's perfect for us. First, thanks guys both for coming on. We will air this episode on Tuesday. So if you're watching, you're already watching. So there you go. Can you just kind of let the audience know? First, we'll cut to Ty. Which ones? We got two cameras here. That's okay. Ty's camera. Just let everyone know again where they can find this lovely drink. It kept me quite focused. Now I'm actually kind of pumped to go train again. I wasn't going to train. Now I'm ready to go. I wasn't. I was kind of out of it. I felt a cold coming. Anyway, so
maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
Well,
don't. Yeah.
What?
Maybe I'll drink another one.
You should.